What's up, guys? Brian Grant of ContestChampion.com here, and today I have my Rhino fight in my Realm of Legends series. And I'm just going to pop some potions real quick here before we get started. I'll jump straight into the fight. For those of you who do not want to see the entire fight, I recommend skipping to the 12-minute mark. That will kind of wrap up things nicely for you all. And I don't have my counter going here. I just put the numbers at the end because the numbers are relatively low. I will spoil it for you and say I was not able to bring down Rhino in one try. I really thought I was going to be able to. You can see I just got hit by his level 1 special there. I really thought I was going to be able to once I had a nice combo going, but just barely was not able to do it. So let's talk about that getting hit by that first level special there that you saw. This one I was able to parry, but the first one I got hit by, and that's just because I don't have much practice against this guy. Actually, I don't have any practice against this Rhino, not in recent times at least, because this Rhino is actually different than any other Rhino that you will be going up against. Rhino got changed a few months back, and now he is far stronger. And I don't know why they didn't change this Rhino. Maybe they thought it would be too difficult, which is definitely possible because the new updated Rhino is one of the hardest in the game. But this is the old Rhino, so you cannot practice duel him or anything like that. See, I dodge his level 2 special there, and let's start talking about his level 1 and level 2 special, because the strategy for this guy is fairly similar to the strategy that I've been going with, where I just get some parries off while he does not have much of a special meter, and then going in and punishing his specials after dodging them. But his level 1 special is kind of hard to dodge, and it's also kind of hard to punish. You'll see coming up here fairly shortly. I try to, I dodge his level 1 special, and then I try to go in for my free hits, and he's already moving backwards. And I still get my hits off. See right here, it's just a parry, so I can punish those all day. But in the time that I'm talking about, he starts moving, and I still get my hits off, but the fact that he's able to move like that before I can get any punches in means that it's not an easily punishable attack. Right here, you see that, how he dodged back, but I still got my hits in? So throughout the rest of this fight, you'll see most of the time when I dodge his level 1 special, I actually don't go in for those follow-up hits, and I just wait and get a parry off. Now his level 2 special is completely different. It's much easier to avoid completely and get those free shots in. You will see throughout the fight that sometimes I block it just because he does come at you kind of quick. So if you're not dashing back quick enough or far enough, then you might have to block it a little bit, which can be quite painful. It does hit pretty hard, but it's not the end of the world. It's not going to end your run or anything like that. Alright, so my combo is starting to get up there. 88 hit combo just now, and my damage, of course, is based off of my combo, so my damage is going up, but his health is not dropping as quickly as the other champions were. At least not Winter Soldier, the last time I actually used Star-Lord in this Realm of Legends series. And that's just because Rhino, he doesn't take much damage. He has an extremely high defense, just a regular innate ability of having a high defense, and then also his signature ability reduces damage even more. So this is going to be a longer fight for someone like Star-Lord, who can usually make kind of quick work of things with a high combo. It's still not as long of a fight as Juggernaut was, though, because with Juggernaut, well, actually it's hard to say because I used Hulk for Juggernaut, so you can't really compare them. They're two completely different champions, Hulk and Star-Lord. Maybe Star-Lord would have been quicker, but felt like I wasn't going to keep up the combo. Anyway, my point is, though, that when you're playing up against Juggernaut, you have to play more defensively. With Rhino, you don't have to play that defensively. Maybe I should have been playing a little bit more defensively, though, because if you keep an eye on my combo right here, I'm at 137, and I will be able to have it climb up a little bit more here. But I'm going to lose it very shortly here. Should be coming up any moment. And pretty sad actually that I did lose it, because I think I lost it mostly because of nerves actually. And yeah, there we go. I just lost it right there. At that point I was thinking, yeah, I can totally bring this guy down in one try. This is going to be great. I didn't think I was going to be able to bring down any of the Realm of Legends champions in one try, so it would have been amazing if I could have done it, but then I lost my combo, and my confidence is kind of on a decline after that. Now, something else that's kind of funny about this fight, though, is watch when I get the parry stun off. Oh, you can see I had to block that level 2 special there. It did 1780 damage. That was quite a bit of damage. But watch when I parry him, just the animation. This giant beast is charging at me with his horn head first at me, and I'm just blocking him with like my elbow or something. And I guess my elbow is stronger, so I end up stunning him. I don't know. I just thought it was kind of funny. But it's definitely a unique animation that you're not gonna, I don't think anyone else charges head first for the first, attack. But in any case, Rhino is a pretty cool champion, man. I'm really looking forward to hopefully being able to finish Realm of Legends and get Rhino, because he will definitely be one of the first that I take to rank 4 once I get some more tier 4 basic catalysts again. Well, actually, they give you 3 for beating it, so yeah, with those 3, I would take Rhino to rank 4, no question. Because I do think that he's one of the strongest in the entire game right now. At least one of the most annoying when you're playing against him in like Alliance Wars or something like that. But I even like playing as him. Just the playstyle is really fun. You don't have to play defensively at all. You can just charge all day. But alright, back to this fight. My combo is starting to climb up again. At an 83 hit combo. Still not really feeling comfortable at punishing his level 1 specials, where I have to get another parry off again before I get my free hits in. And the fight's just gonna kind of continue like that. Something else to mention here is that you can really beat Rhino with any champion. You definitely do not need Star-Lord for this. Star-Lord, of course, he has that nice ability where his damage climbs, but he's probably not even the strongest choice for this. Maybe he is. But the point is, you don't want to build your Realm of Legends team around Rhino. He's not going to be what stops you. It's going to be, actually, I don't even think Juggernaut will be the stopper. Then again, a lot of people were saying that I was able to do it with a few less revives than them, so I don't know. But Wolverine is definitely the first person that you have to think about. Do you have a solution for Wolverine? In my case, I actually kind of have 2, even though I'm relying on Guillotine, but technically Star-Lord. A lot of people do use Star-Lord for that fight. But then you want to just build the strongest lineup that you possibly can. In my case, yes, it is Star-Lord. But if you don't have Star-Lord, it's not the end of the world. Just bring whoever you think is strongest. I said in my other video where I think Wolverine, he might be the strongest. So if I had a Wolverine, I would definitely give it a shot. All right, finally dropped there, and let's see how many hits I got total, and let's check out his total life. All right, so I got 296 total hits in. If this was somebody else, they'd be dead. But all right, I kind of flashed through it quickly there because I wanted to check my boost. But he's down to about 1/3 of his total life. So, all right, I didn't have much time left on my boost though, so I'm just going to use a revive real quick. Going to pop some potions here, getting kind of low, but no worries, I'll just hit up the stash again. Just have 2 of these each that I'll be throwing in. And now I go to my stash, and I think when I come back to my potion screen, I'll have 25 each again. And no, I don't. I only have 5 tier 2s and 6 tier 1s. Now, I'm not too worried about this because I've had a little trick up my sleeve that I didn't mention in my first video, but I have a little secret stash of potions, and some of you may know what that is already. If you don't know, then that's fine. I'll get more into that in my next video where I actually hit up that secret stash of potions. But for now, I just want to keep this video somewhat short because my last few my last few went on for way too long. 20+ minute videos. Try to keep this one down a little bit lower. So fight continues, fight starts up again. Just going to build that combo and keep my same strategy going. I did not heal up to full HP. If you watched my last video where I talked about not healing up Hulk all the way, it's completely different here. If I had the potions, I definitely would have healed up to 100%. There is no reason that I could think of to not heal up completely. with Star-Lord. I mean, actually, I guess if you had no potions and all you had was revives, if all you could do is revive and go in with your 20%, then hey, that's a strategy, right? But all right, lost my combo there. That's gonna hurt. It's gonna make things go a little bit longer here, but not too bad. Like I said, when I got dropped the last time there, I already had him down to 1/3 of his total life. So even if I messed up pretty badly here, it would have only taken one extra revive. But I am going to be able to take him down in this attempt here. So this is attempt number 2, and yeah, we'll just see how this goes. Now, regardless of if I can bring him down in this attempt or not, at this point in time, I was just thinking, all right, I'm out of potions except for my secret stash. So I don't know. I actually don't know how many are in my secret stash. So I have to minimize my losses here. So I was really trying to play pretty tight here and not take any extra damage, not take any extra unnecessary damage. So my play is a little bit cleaner overall. Yeah, I did get hit early on, but I'm definitely not perfect by any means. There's still a lot of room for improvement for me, just like anyone else in this game. So really just trying to avoid his level 2s. Should be popping his level 2 any second here, and you'll see that I'll dodge it completely this time. I don't take any chances. I go way back and get those free hits in. So something else I didn't really mention about Star-Lord, but I was just thinking about it now, is his level 2 and level 3 special, how they put a random trigger on the opponent. And as much as I kind of hate to admit it, I like random factors in games to some degree. But it would have definitely helped if I was able to control it against RHINO a bit, or any of these champions really. If I could take heal block out of the mix, if I could take energy drain, if I could just limit it to the armor reduction, because it actually does a lot of damage against. If I could limit it to the armor reduction or the shock damage, then that would have been great. But hey, that's just one of the random things about Star-Lord, is this level 2 special like that. So all right, but the fight's closing out. Welcome back everybody who skipped to the 12-minute mark. And I will give you the totals in just a moment here once we get through this fight. There we go. Drop them there. And let me see how many total hits we got here. So it was 149, and it was about 300 last time. So roughly about 450 hits. Yeah, it would have been less hits total if I didn't lose my combo ever. But hey, what can you do? That was the best I could do without having any practice beforehand. So it was 2 total attempts. I used 1 revive, 8 tier 1 potions, and technically it was 19 total tier 2 potions, but 12 of those were from before I started the fight. So really those should go back on Winter Soldiers or whatever. But anyway, I'm keeping track of all these potions, but I figured it was worth including in here. So really it was just 8 tier 1 potions and 7 tier 2 potions. But that's going to do it for this one, guys. That's going to do it for RHINO. Not the hardest opponent in here. And just taking a look at what I have left, there's 7 more fights remaining. The next couple of fights, I'm not that worried about. I'm not that worried about Storm. I usually do pretty good against her, but we'll have to see how that goes in the next one. So thanks for watching, guys, and see you next time.